All right, this is the second video in changing this engine out. I've set this engine aside on a wood block over there on the floor of my garage. This is the deck, and like I said, the deck that I've got that I'm going to put it on, I've been waiting for a mower like this because I'm hoping that this piece will fit on that other deck, because the other deck is missing that because it's torn up. But it's a nice deck, so I'm hoping I can use this piece off of it. So let's go about removing this. And removing this plastic piece is surprisingly easy. I've got to get my gloves, and I believe this one takes a 1/2 inch socket for these big ones here. And they go into the plastic. They're not going into steel. That's one reason it's so easy to get off, because it's very coarse threads. They just come right out. But the ones underneath, which go in right there, and there, and there, I think they're a 1/2. It's kind of hard for me to see under there. So let me get this 1/2 inch drive off. I don't need a lot of torque on this thing. I just need to get the right socket and get the little adapter on here. Okay, so there is a 1/2. I need a bunch of torque on there, so I'm trying to take this one off first. This whole piece is going to come off, the wheels and everything. And I'll try and put all of that on the other deck. So let's see if we can get this thing going. Get that one loose, and get that one loose. At least get it started, you know. See if I can get this one started. There's 3 under here. One here, one right in the middle, and then one right there. And that's all that holds this thing on. Come on, you. See how quickly that comes out? It's a very, very coarse screw designed to go into plastic. Get this one out. It doesn't want to move. That one. I'll tell you what. Let me get us started with this wrench. I don't want to strip it. These things get a lot of wear from the grass and the dirt blowing up, and they'll wear out. And it's hard to get the socket to grab it like that. This will do it, I think. This rusty part over here, I should probably take it off first, because I don't want to take these off and have this being held on just by this one screw and have it fall and cut me with a scratchy edge and have to go get a tetanus shot. So I'm going to take that one off. Take these 2 out next. That way, these will be holding it on. Okay, so that one's out. Get this one over here. All right. And I think that's all that's holding on that side. So now we'll get this one out. Now this one. think, let's see if I can get this coming. I fell down in my boot. All right, let's see if this will come off now. It kind of sit on a little metal plate there. Yeah, that's coming off pretty good. Pretty good. There we go. Okay, so that's off. And I'm going to try and use this on the front of the other mower. So for now, I think what I'll do, let's see how much time I got here. Yeah, let's. I think what I'll do is go ahead and because I want to save this piece too. All right. So let's do that. Let's work on that. I'll just leave some of this stuff here and set the deck down on top of it. I don't need any of it right now. It'll all be there when I lift it up. So let's see if I can knock the back off as well. So, all right. I'm tempted to leave the handle on here too. Just have the handle and this whole black plastic piece come off, and it comes off the same way. So let's see if we can get it going. I've got this screw here, this screw here. There's one on the side that the wheel's in the way for that one. So let's see if I can get it out of the way. I think the wheels will have to come off for me to be able to get to the screw that holds it on the side. So let's go ahead and get the wheels off. And these have a little hubcap, so to speak. I gotta pop that off, so I've got me a flat bladed screwdriver. And put that in there, kind of slide it in under there. Pop that off, so there's that one. And it's going to require a 9/16. So let's see how tight that nut is on there. There we go. One nut, I'll set it in the little hubcap. Pull this wheel off. And now, there's two screws. So there's this one here, which you can probably see, and this one. And there's two on the side that hold this whole plastic piece onto this metal deck. So let's see if I can get those out. I'll start down here. That's 9/16. I ain't gonna work. I need my 1/2 incher. There we are. All right, so 1/2 inch. Again, these are just core screws. They come out real easy because they go into plastic. They come out real fast. Take off that other wheel over there. So I need the 9/16 again for that. I gotta go this way. Isn't this fun? Learning how to do this stuff and then have it become something very useful for people. Let me get that screwdriver. There we go. Pop off the hubcap. Just slip it in under the edge of the wheels. Okay. Now we're going to get this one off. And I'm just doing this so I can get to the screw heads. These wheels are in really good shape. They're not wobbly at all. I'm impressed with that. So happy. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Let me show you the screws I'm talking about. I'll put the camera back up here in a second. See I'm taking that screw out and that screw out. I've taken the two out on that side. And these are the two here that I'm talking about. See, this one and this one. Once that comes out, this metal here, it will then become flexible. And you can kind of pull it towards you, pull this edge towards you, and this will pop off those plastic studs, and this whole piece will come off. And then this will go to the dump and be recycled. I'll probably save that little plate, but the rest of it is scrap metal. But see, I'll make use of this someday on another deck at some point. Certainly have a use for that handle. So let's get these last two screws out. You can probably watch me do this. I'm going to use the half socket like I've been doing. There we go. I'll put it on here. I'll get this one going. Let's see if I can get this one out. There we go. So that's it. This is what these screws look like. They're very coarse. They come out real fast. So let me set the, now what I'm going to do, see, I'm going to pull this towards me on both sides. I'm going to pull that metal. There it is. Come here, you. I'm kind of running low on power, so I've got to have this thing connected. And there we are. So you're about to see me pop this whole thing off. Okay, so I've got the front off. Now the back is going to come off. Well, there it is. I don't want dirt and stuff, but this is very usable. Okay. So that's enough for now. When you come back, I'll have that new deck up here. Not new, but better. The one that's not rusted through. And we'll start mounting the front piece. I hope it fits. If it doesn't, then that'll be the end of this video. But we'll see. And then I'll put the engine on.